YouTube friends, it is finally garden season here at the Johansens. We're finally getting ready to till and prepare the garden. It has been a very wet spring here, and we're almost June, and just now finally are dry enough that we can get in and till the garden and get that started. We also wanted to work on the solar panels before the garden got put in. I didn't want anything getting run over or have to work around the garden. So I said, let's get that done before we start the garden. So it is garden time, and we're gonna get that done. Okay, so Steve prepped the garden area before he is going to till. We added all of the good things from the chicken coop that we have been piling up since winter. We got a load of cow manure from our neighbor. You know, if you help your neighbor clean out his barn, then he gives you some good stuff for helping him out. So we got that. We added some sawdust from the sawmill and a load of sand that we have from the property as well. Our soil is clay, and so it is tough to grow in it. Some things just don't like clay. So we do what we can to make the soil better. And every year it is improving. We have noticed a big difference, especially with the compost. So we keep adding things and keep making it better. So now Steve's gonna get to tilling. So after tilling, then Steve uses the tractor to make the pathways, which by driving through it then kind of mounds up the dirt, and then that's where we go ahead and plant. It's been working great for a couple years now doing that, and even though it's kind of tedious to drive the tractor up and down, Steve doesn't mind doing it because it has worked so well to go ahead and make those paths, and they're already ready to go ahead and plant. We'll be putting up the same fence that we used last year, 6-foot fence with T-posts. It worked great. It kept all critters out of the garden area. Because of impending rain that's coming later this week, I think we're gonna try to get as much planted as we can before that rain comes, even if that means planting before the fence goes up. We are gonna work on the fence and plant kind of simultaneously, or as we can find time to get the fence up. It's a lot of work, so I can do a lot of the planting while Steve's working on other things, but we'll get that fence up as soon as we can also. But planting is kind of top of our mind right now because of the rain that's coming. Okay, thanks babe, it looks really nice, looks really good.
Yep, your turn.
I'm up. That compost is really helping the soil, really amending the soil. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Compared to like what it was, you know, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a 3-year garden. It looks more like an 8 to 10 year garden with all the compost we added. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And last year we could totally tell where the compost had gotten, where it had been tilled in and where it wasn't. And so we kind of knew where to add the compost this year, or at least the majority of it. I think you got some kind of all over the place, but we extended the garden a little bit this year, and so we wanted to really make sure we got compost for sure down in that area so that it had a chance to be better soil this year. So thank you.
Yep, you bet. Good morning. It is a new day. It has been hot and dry all week, and the garden dried out enough for us to rototill it. And so it is now time to plant it and to put the fence up around it before it rains. And we're looking at rain later today, late today or tomorrow. So today my job is to put the fence up around it, and Patient's job is to plant it. And it's not a small garden, so here we go.
Okay, so I have my seed binder here, and I have my attentive garden map that I'm gonna use to kind of just guide me where I want to put stuff and what I'm gonna put together. And so let's get planting. Okay, so these first couple rows here are the pumpkins I started. Sweet potatoes, I had to buy slips because the sweet potatoes that I tried to grow slips didn't work this year. So, but since they're all starters, I'm gonna wait to plant those until we have the fence put up. The deer love the sweet potato leaves, and I'm not sure if they'll get to the pumpkins or not, but since they're all in pots and easy to put in the ground, I'm gonna just wait till the fence is up for those. So the next row here is peas. Okay, so the next row is carrots, and we've never had really good luck growing carrots. Definitely not as many as I would like to get. Again, with the clay soil, they don't really like that. So we do what we can, amending it, but carrots need to stay moist until they germinate, so almost 2 weeks they need to stay wet. So I'm going to try a new method this year. Completely drench the soil, put the seeds in, and then I'm going to cover it with cardboard, and hopefully that will keep that area moist for the couple weeks that it takes for them to germinate. So try something new this year. Okay, so taking a little break in the shade. It's kind of midday, so it's getting really warm. I think we're gonna maybe go in and take a little break, get out of the heat, get out of the sun a little bit, but I am really excited. It's starting to really take shape. Steve's doing an awesome job with the posts and get to the fence here. Maybe today still, or planning today?
I'm gonna put some of the
Maybe
fence
tomorrow?
up today and hopefully finish it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so we'll get that done. We'll get the rest of the garden planted here, but first, break time. Okay, so this is one of our favorite ways to cool off after working hard. Putting our feet in the creek. Some of us like to jump in the creek, right? But this is our favorite spot to cool off.
Okay, so it's really hot out, but I am trying to keep going. I've got all of the T-posts in now, and I've got a few of the 6-foot fence panels up. I'm having to cut them into panels because it's just me doing it, and I can't handle a whole big roll of like 100 feet of it at a time. So I've got the gate in, and it worked really nice. Patience will be able to roll her wheelbarrow in here. And I've got 2 other panels up, and I'll just keep going at it and taking lots of breaks, and we'll just keep going.
All right, so I am done for the day. It's getting really hot and I'm tired. We got a lot more done today than I anticipated that we would. I wasn't gonna push myself, but I just had so much fun out in the garden. I just kept going a lot longer than I was planning on it. Tomorrow will be the potatoes and the pumpkins and sweet potatoes, so we'll get to that. Okay, so these are all of our seed potatoes, our potatoes from last year, and I'm kind of not necessarily sorting them, but breaking them up so that we can get them in the ground this morning. I kind of did a quick estimate of how many potatoes we planted. There's approximately 40 potatoes in each row, and there's 9 rows. So when I did that quick math, that's a lot of potatoes. But we got it done. That's awesome help. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
You did great.
Okay, so I got some help and I've been able to put on the larger rolls all at once, and it's difficult, but with the help we can do it, and it goes a lot faster than doing one panel at a time. So we've just got a small section on the end to do, and then we'll be done.
All right, so the garden is planted, the fence is up. Now we just need to wait for a little bit more rain to come through. It's kind of sprinkling right now, but hopefully tonight or tomorrow we'll get the rain that the garden needs. Otherwise, I'll have to take the time to water it. But
yeah, it's so dry. We would need a pretty good rain to get everything to germinate.
yeah, it sounds like tomorrow it's possible, but we'll just see what's gonna come. So
that was a lot of work.
it was a lot of work. I
I'm
really
exhausted.
appreciate. Yes, I know we're tired, and I really appreciate it. I mean, the fences makes it all happen. I mean, we can't have a garden without a fence here. So that's awesome to have it done. Excited to have the garden planted. Now we just have to wait for things to start popping up. So for now, that's that.